Reflecting on events that have taken place over the last 12 months with the launch of smart contracts in mind, maybe in some cases our expectations were a little high with respect to the amount of DApp development and ecosystem growth that would take place off the back of such a milestone. But I'd argue we've in fact come a very long way in a short period of time. The initial dApps deployed and development that followed has paved the way, resulting in significant improvements to the capabilities of the blockchain through the SIP process. With the now imminent introduction of Plutus 2.0, Vasil promises to be a truly defining moment in Cardano's history. One by one, as the Vasil readiness checklist is being marked off, soon to be followed by a selection of highly anticipated, majorly impactful dApps being introduced to our ecosystem, all of crypto needs to brace itself for the shockwaves that will follow as Cardano journeys towards becoming the most performant and scalable blockchain industry-wide. Welcome back for today's installment of Cardano Insights, where we track the all-important developments at the very pulse of Cardano and its ecosystem each weekday. So let's get straight into it. First up, before we dive into today's items, let's check in on the Vasil progress with a look at some real nice adjustments to the readiness checklist page by AADA. We're now at 85% of the mainnet blocks being produced on the latest node version. Here you can see the addition of this green tick confirming metric met, which is very pleasing on the eye. A quick look at portal.io, we're now at 90% or above for block production on the 1, 6, 12 hour and daily timeframes. Extremely healthy network. Looks like Cardano is going for 100% by the time the Hardfork Combinator event takes place. In terms of exchanges, here you can see IOG have now separated the top 12 by liquidity from the main list. That's the top 12 according to CoinGecko. So where does that leave us? 2 of the top 12 have confirmed readiness, 6 are still in progress, and 4 on the status not started. So I think it's definitely all eyes on Coinbase to really get moving. Once Binance and Coinbase come through, I think we'll be getting that all-important Hardfork date confirmed. Overall, progress is coming along nicely, but we in the Cardano community will continue to remind the exchanges by any means on a daily basis until they fall in line. Finally, to the dApps, here you can see they've also implemented the orange and green text to emphasize the status. Of the 11 dApps, now only 2, being MELD and Revuto, are yet to confirm status. MusicSwap are now confirmed to be in testing on the preview environment, and ADAX Pro in testing on the pre-production. Although 9 of the 11 dApps are confirmed tested or in testing, we still need the top 10 dApps by TVL confirming they have indeed upgraded to 1.35.3 on the pre-production and are ready for mainnet before the Hardfork can be triggered. We definitely look to be in real good shape regarding Vasil. As always, we'll continue with these updates right the way through to mainnet. Those new Plutus 2.0 capabilities are so close now, we can almost touch them. Next up, and finally, we have a launch date for a highly anticipated DApp coming to our ecosystem that we've been following very closely on this channel. Yesterday, AADA Finance confirmed the launch date for the first peer-to-peer lending protocol of Cardano native tokens. Here in this tweet, AADA writes simply, September 13th, get ready Cardano. As we know, AADA are not dependent on Vasil to launch, so with a date now set, it's going to be real interesting to see which comes first. My thinking is AADA shortly followed by Vasil, but let's see. They also attached a press release from Cointelegraph, which I've linked in the description if you want to check it out. Many crypto publications are also picking up this story, which is great news. We need more of the crypto space to be aware of what I believe is going to prove to be a significant milestone for Cardano as a smart contract platform. When we look at the impact lending and borrowing protocols have had on other L1 ecosystems, from a user engagement and value perspective, the launch of AADA represents a huge step towards Cardano becoming a vibrant hub of DeFi activity. What I'm most excited about in terms of AADA is it addresses head-on 2 of the criticisms often levied at Cardano, that being the claim that there is a lack of utility and innovation occurring in our ecosystem. AADA bring utility through seamless peer-to-peer lending and innovation with the pioneering concept of NFT bonds. The wider crypto space is yet to understand the true potential of the NFT bond market that this concept is going to produce. Post-launch, we're going to take a closer look at the platform itself, monitor the user activity, and of course follow the impact the NFT bond market delivers as it materializes. It's an extremely exciting time to be in Cardano to say the least, and this is just the beginning. AADA first, followed by Vasil, then one by one we're going to see the introduction of some real mammoth projects currently waiting in the wings for those all-important Plutus 2.0 capabilities. We'll be sure to track each project as they launch and delve into what they bring to the ecosystem right here on Cardano Insights. Next to a project that many of you may already be very familiar with, that being MELD. You may recall they were responsible for delivering the first and largest ISPO in the history of Cardano, with approximately 40,000 participants who contributed over $1 billion of value in the form of ADA staked, generating over $10 million in revenue for MELD to build out their protocol. It's likely many of you watching this also took part. You may remember the token distribution was extremely generous. Anyone who participated was able to accumulate a significant amount of MELD relative to your ADA stake. But with such a big fundraising initiative comes with big expectations. So where are we at with the development of the MELD protocol? Here in this latest thread, MELD provided this update. They write, "We've got big news at MELD. Over the last 6 months, MELD has developed and launched the alpha and beta versions of Akamon, the first direct bridge between Cardano and Polygon, something we've already covered previously on this channel." They go on to state, "We've been heads down building this with a specific goal of bringing liquidity and yield generation opportunities to the Cardano and Polygon ecosystems, especially stablecoin access." Now you may be thinking, why so much focus on the Polygon bridge? When RealFi, when lending? Here MELD point out, borrowing and lending at a large scale will be best served with cross-chain access to assets. Akamon is a critical piece of infrastructure for the MELD protocol. So back to the thread, they continue, "We've had a lot of questions about the use case of the MELD token and are excited to announce officially that you'll be able to use your MELD tokens to pay fees on the bridge." Additionally, the integration of Eternal Wallet with hardware wallet support in the MELD DApp was a highlight for the community, and we've got more wallet integrations on the way. To celebrate these development milestones and announcements, due to popular demand, we're extending the 6-month stake pool staking period until December 31st, 2022. Again, many of you may already have been aware and participated in staking your MELD on their DApp to earn further interest. So if you're someone who holds MELD or are interested in what they aim to bring to the Cardano ecosystem, a Polygon bridge, integration of wallet support and some additional staking incentive, in all fairness, doesn't really tell us a whole lot about the bigger picture development of the protocol. So what about the roadmap? Checking in on the MELD Labs docs, it would seem that the majority of Q2 and Q3 developments are still on the status planned. Q4 of this year was intended to be the mainnet release for crypto and fiat lending and borrowing on mainnet, so based on the current status, I'm not sure that we'll be seeing this now in 2022. I could be wrong, but if the roadmap has been updated recently, it would seem that there's a lot more work to be done before we see a working product. Longer term, however, MELD's mission is certainly an intriguing one. They aim to provide financial freedom and control to the masses, including the unbanked. It aims to enable the $15 trillion that is currently locked out of the global economy, including 2 billion individuals worldwide that are either underbanked or have no access to banking services whatsoever, to access these tools. MELD aims to deliver a collection of fast, safe and transparent tools for anyone to lend or borrow crypto and fiat currencies. One of the most interesting concepts they're bringing to the table is the introduction of self-paying fiat loans. This product will offer users self-repaying loans by capturing some of the trading fees generated by DEX aggregators utilizing MELD liquidity pools for swaps. These fees are then used to repay the loan over time. Whilst the latest update is a little underwhelming if you're someone excited to see the impact MELD promises to have on the Cardano ecosystem take shape, I guess like all development, especially that of which intends on tackling such a significant global issue, time horizons for delivery are always subject to change, so I guess a little more patience is required here. We'll definitely continue to monitor MELD, and who knows, maybe after Vasil we'll see development start to progress more rapidly. Now, with thoughts to the growing DApp ecosystem on Cardano, check out this site brought to us by the developers from the AADA and Cardano Fan Stake Pool. DAppsOnCardano.com provides insights into dApps deployed on the Cardano blockchain, currently in its first version with new features being actively developed. In its current form, the site can be used to gain an insight into a dApp's transaction volume, scripts locked, and scripts invocation. In addition, the site also tracks and provides information relating to whether or not a dApp's code is open source, and if indeed the code has been audited. They will soon be adding new features such as UI changes, clickable links to the open source code and audits, dApp statistics over epochs with graphs, technical data for dApp releases, and interestingly, additional metrics such as the ADA volume and volume of users. Being able to track the user volume for dApps in our ecosystem is definitely a metric that I'm going to be keeping a real close eye on as and when this feature becomes available. I thought this was another excellent example of a tool or site created for the Cardano community by our community developers. If you want to check it out, it's all linked in the description below. Finally, to the Cardano Foundation. Before we go any further, just for the record, this isn't me bashing the CF. As you'll know if you've been a frequent viewer of this channel, I have covered many aspects of the good work they are undertaking in making Cardano a truly open source platform and driving the overall adoption of the blockchain. Here they confirm Binance US adding Cardano ADA staking to its exchange with a link to the Binance staking page. In light of wanting to become the most decentralized cryptocurrency, promoting well-distributed ADA staking amongst our single pool operators, and when we consider the fact that it's not your keys, not your crypto, I think the CF tweeting this out was always going to generate some tough questions from the community. Here we have Portal questioning, Binance has 2.8 billion live stake, or around 11% of all stake on the network. They've made 3 times the blocks of any other entity. What's your vision here, Cardano Foundation? I have nothing against Binance, love their platform, but why promote such a centralizing entity? This is a very good point. We have hard-working SPOs struggling to reach the delegation required to be sustainable, so promoting staking to a centralized exchange, in my opinion, isn't the best of moves from the Cardano Foundation. Whilst you can't prevent exchanges from offering and promoting staking as a product, I'm not sure it's best coming from the foundation itself. But where do you stand on this? Let me know in the comments what you think, and while doing so, if you haven't already, make sure your ADA is off the exchanges and delegated to a mission-driven community single pool operator. If you're looking for suggestions, the Merit Stake Pool is a great place to start. Details linked in the description. So that's it for today's installment of Cardano Insights, as we keep track of all the developments and continue to spread those positive Cardano vibes. If you found value in the content, then please be sure to comment, share, like, and subscribe to the channel. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support you continue to send my way. We'll be back soon with your daily roundups. Until then, thanks for watching, have a great day, and as always, keep it Cardano.